got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Bears take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Larkin going for the deep ball. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. With his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Cowboys at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On 1st down, Larkin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Larkin. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Running through the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Drops this off to Richard. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Larkin, it's a screen to Richard. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is out of bounds here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
And this one is right through. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got room.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off play action. Larkin. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
There's a throw dropped off to his fullback. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Hard throw, incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. They'll try and throw for it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Waiting from the gun. Larkin. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 24, Cowboys 12.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Martin, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are back within a score. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point safely through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 5. Nine yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
On 1st and 10, Larkin. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. The point after is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. In trouble, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Nicholson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nicholson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a lot.
And this is going to be intercepted. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick six for the Bears.